The sea whispered secrets, little waves tickled the shore. They brought stories of a hidden place, an island far, far away. People said the island was invisible. It only appeared to special people, people with kind hearts and curious minds. The sea kept whispering. It wanted to share its secret.
Nami was a little girl with bright eyes. She loved the sea. She loved its smell, its sound, its secrets. Every day Nami sat by the water. She listened to the waves. They whispered about the hidden island. One day the waves sounded different. They whispered Nami's name. Nami, Nami, find the island? Find the island? Nami knew what she had to do. She climbed into her little boat. She sailed away, following the whispering waves.
The sea guided Nami. Her boat floated on gentle waves. The sun warmed her skin. Suddenly the mist parted. The magical island appeared. It was even more beautiful than Nami imagined. The island was full of color. Flowers bloomed everywhere. Waterfalls sparkled in the sunlight.
Nami smiled. She knew she found something special. Nami stepped onto the soft sand. She felt a strange magic in the air. She picked up a seashell. It whispered to her. "Welcome, Nami," the seashell said. "The island was waiting for you." Nami giggled. She walked deeper into the island. She saw trees with leaves that shimmered like jewels. They sang sweet melodies in the wind. Butterflies with wings like stained glass fluttered around her. Nami had never seen anything so magical. Section 5. The Mystery of the Sparkling Waterfall.
Nami followed a path of glowing mushrooms. The forest was alive with a soft, ethereal glow, casting an enchanting light on everything around her. Each step she took seemed to resonate with the magic of the place, and the mushrooms lit up brighter as if guiding her way. It led to a waterfall. The sound of rushing water grew louder with each step, filling the air with a soothing, rhythmic melody. The path opened up to reveal a breathtaking sight, a waterfall cascading down from a great height, its waters sparkling in the sunlight. But, this wasn't an ordinary waterfall. It had an otherworldly quality to it, as if it belonged to a realm of magic and wonder. The water didn't just fall, it danced and shimmered, creating patterns that seemed almost alive. This waterfall sparkled with all the colors of the rainbow. Each droplet of water reflected a different hue, creating a mesmerizing display of colors that captivated Nami's eyes. It was as if the waterfall was made of liquid gemstones, each one more beautiful than the last.
"Why do you sparkle?" Nami's voice was filled with wonder and curiosity as she gazed at the magnificent sight before her.
Nami asked the waterfall. She had never seen anything like it before and felt a deep connection to its beauty and mystery. The waterfall answered in a rush of water. The sound was almost like a whisper, a gentle murmur that seemed to speak directly to her heart. "Waterfall, I am losing my magic." The voice of the waterfall was filled with sorrow and desperation, its sparkling waters dimming slightly as it spoke. "Someone stole my heart, the crystal of colors." The waterfall's voice trembled with emotion, and Nami could feel the weight of its loss. Nami knew she had to help. Her heart swelled with determination, and she felt a strong sense of purpose. She couldn't let this magical place lose its beauty and wonder. She promised the waterfall she would find its crystal of colors. With a resolute heart, Nami vowed to embark on a quest to restore the waterfall's magic, no matter what challenges lay ahead. Section 6. The Secret Gathering of the Island Creatures.
As I explored the island, I met so many fantastic creatures. Each one was more fascinating than the last, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and excitement with every step I took. The island was alive with magic, and it seemed like every corner held a new surprise. Tiny, fluffy bunnies with wings hopped around my feet. Their delicate wings fluttered like those of butterflies, and they moved with such grace and agility. It was as if they were dancing to a melody only they could hear. I couldn't resist reaching down to gently pet one, feeling its soft fur beneath my fingers. Squirrels with rainbow tails chattered from the trees. Their vibrant tails shimmered in the sunlight, creating a dazzling display of colors. They seemed to be communicating with each other in a language of chirps and squeaks, and I wondered what secrets they might be sharing.
They told Lily about a secret gathering. The creatures spoke of an ancient tradition, a meeting that took place under the light of the full moon. It was a time when all the magical beings of the island would come together to share stories, celebrate their unity, and discuss matters of great importance. All the creatures of the island would be there, From the smallest pixies to the grandest dragons, every being had a role to play in this mystical assembly. The air would be filled with the sounds of laughter, music, and the rustling of leaves as the creatures gathered in the heart of the forest. Lily hoped they could help her find the Crystal of Colors. This legendary artifact was said to hold the power to restore balance to the island, and Lily believed that the creatures might have the knowledge she needed to locate it. Her heart was filled with hope and determination as she set out on her quest.
I followed a firefly with a bright blue light. Its glow was mesmerizing, and it seemed to beckon me forward, guiding me through the dense forest. The firefly's light cut through the darkness, illuminating the path ahead and filling me with a sense of wonder and anticipation. It led me to a clearing deep in the forest. The clearing was bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight, and I could see the silhouettes of various creatures gathering around. It was a magical sight, and I knew that I had arrived at the secret gathering. The air was thick with anticipation, and I could feel the energy of the island creatures as they prepared for the night's events.
Section 7, A Friend in Need.
The clearing was filled with glowing flowers. All the magical creatures were gathered there. They looked so sad.
A little firefly was crying. He told Lily his story.
A grumpy goblin stole the Crystal of Colors. He lives on top of Whispering Mountain.
Lily knew what she had to do. She decided to climb Whispering Mountain and get the Crystal of Colors back. Section 8, The Heart of the Island. This chapter takes us deep into the mystical and enchanting world of Whispering Island, a place where magic and nature intertwine seamlessly. The island is known for its breathtaking landscapes, hidden secrets, and the legendary Crystal of Colors, which is said to hold the essence of the island's beauty.
Climbing Whispering Mountain was hard, but I was brave. The path was steep and treacherous, with loose rocks and narrow ledges. Each step required careful consideration and unwavering determination. The higher I climbed, the more the air thinned, making it harder to breathe. But the thought of reaching the top and discovering the secrets it held kept me going. I made it to the top. The view was absolutely breathtaking. From the peak, I could see the entire island spread out before me, a tapestry of lush forests, sparkling rivers, and distant mountains. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming, and I felt a deep connection to the island and its mysteries. I saw the grumpy goblin. He was unlike any creature I had ever seen, with a wrinkled face and a perpetually sour expression. His eyes glinted with a mix of curiosity and suspicion as he watched me approach. It was clear that he was the guardian of something important. He was holding a sparkling crystal. The Crystal of Colors shimmered with an ethereal light, casting a rainbow of hues across the goblin's face. It was mesmerizing, and I could feel its power even from a distance. This was the legendary artifact that I had come to find.
Lily asked the goblin to return the Crystal of Colors. She spoke with a gentle yet firm voice, explaining the importance of the crystal to the island. She told him about the waterfall that depended on its magic to flow with vibrant, life-giving water. Without the crystal, the waterfall would dry up and the island would lose a part of its soul. She explained that it belonged to the waterfall. The goblin refused. He crossed his arms and shook his head, his stubbornness evident. He had grown attached to the crystal and was unwilling to part with it. The situation seemed hopeless, but Lily was determined to find a way.
I remembered what the talking seashell told me. The seashell, a gift from the island's guardian spirits, had whispered ancient wisdom into my ear. It had told me that the true power of the island lay not in its magical artifacts, but in the kindness and compassion of its inhabitants. Kindness is the strongest magic of all. With this in mind, I approached the goblin with a smile and an open heart. I knew that if I could show him genuine kindness, he might be willing to listen and understand the importance of returning the crystal.
Lily smiled at the goblin and offered him a beautiful seashell. The goblin was surprised. He had never received a gift before, and the gesture touched him deeply. The seashell, with its intricate patterns and soothing colors, seemed to resonate with him in a way that words could not. No one had ever been kind to him before. He started to cry. Tears welled up in his eyes and rolled down his cheeks. It was a moment of vulnerability that revealed the goblin's true nature. Beneath his gruff exterior, he was just a lonely creature longing for connection and understanding.
I was just lonely. His voice was barely a whisper, filled with sadness and regret. It was clear that the goblin had been isolated for a long time, and the crystal had become his only companion. My heart ached for him, and I knew that I had to help him find a way to heal.
He mumbled. His words were incoherent at first, but gradually he began to open up. He spoke of his past, of the times when he had been shunned and misunderstood by others. It was a story of pain and loneliness, but also of resilience and hope. He gave Lily the crystal of colors. With a trembling hand, he extended the crystal towards her. It was a gesture of trust and reconciliation, a sign that he was ready to let go of his past and embrace a new beginning. Lily accepted the crystal with gratitude, knowing that this was not just a victory for her, but for the goblin as well. Section 9. Farewell, Magical Island.
I returned the crystal of colors to the waterfall. The waterfall sparkled brighter than ever. The whole island felt happy again.
It was time for Lily to go home. She hugged all the creatures goodbye. She promised to visit again soon.
I sailed away, my heart full of joy. I knew the magical island would always be in my heart, and I knew that even the grumpiest creatures just needed a little kindness.